it's probably because I'm crying. And I just wanted to keep writing. It's just a part of my life, and that's okay.
You're about to drop your debut album, Welcome to the Madhouse. How does it feel to finally get it out into the world?
Yeah, I can't believe it's finally happening. I feel like I've already released an album, but I really haven't. And I haven't even got enough songs released to play a full set list. So every time I play a show, I have to put some covers in. So it's going to be nice to have heaps of songs out so I can play all my original songs at my shows. And yeah, it's just been a long time coming. I really worked so hard on this album, and I'm really proud of it. I know we all say that, so yeah.
I know you worked very hard on this album because you wrote the entire album by yourself, right? And you co-produced every song as well.
Yeah, I did. And I love writing music. It's like a form of release. So I guess that's why I write it all, because otherwise it doesn't feel like it's really from me. And I just wanted to keep writing and keep doing what I love. So I ended up writing the whole thing on my own, which is pretty crazy.
Yeah, and going into it, did you know exactly what you had in mind, like what the sound was going to be, or did you just let your emotions take the wheel? Because I like you said, it is quite a personal album.
Yeah, there's been a few crazy things happening while this album's being made. Like the earliest song I wrote before Dance Monkey, I wrote it about a year before I even wrote Dance Monkey, and almost 2 years before I released Dance Monkey. So there's songs that are quite old, and then there's songs that are more recent and about my friend passing away at the start of the year. So there's a bit of everything in there, and it is really personal. It's all got a meaning behind it. Each song is pretty particular. It's all pretty erratic though, which is why the name is like that.
Welcome to the Madhouse.
Yeah.
Well, I wanted to do something a little bit different with you based on the name. I hope you're up for it. I wanted to take a tour of your album Madhouse, and it's like a house tour. All the rooms are named after a song on the album. Could you walk us through it and tell us a little bit about each room? You could start with, we're going straight into the West Side lobby, which is what I like to call my living room, and maybe you could explain why that room is named that.
Yeah, that's awesome. I actually just made a video where every room is a different name, and the name of the rooms are graffitied on the doors. So it's like Lonely, West Side Lobby. So because that's what it represents. Each room is a different. So that's kind of fitting that you said that. So West Side Lobby is kind of that room, that space where you can say whatever you feel and no one gets offended. You're able to, acknowledge your accolades and, girl yourself up, be your own best friend, and have a laugh and reflect in a way that isn't so shy, and just be proud of yourself. It's kind of that one where anyone can say anything and no one has to look at you funny. And if you're in that room, then you're there to have fun and laugh. You're not there to judge. And that's kind of the West Side Lobby room.
Okay.
Then we have Lonely. I would say Lonely would be the bedroom, just because it's a place where some of us spend a lot of our time alone when we want to be alone. And it's a place where you kind of don't really understand anything outside that room. You're just in your own bubble headspace and you can't seem to get out of it. Almost like once you get in that room, it's really hard, like the door disappears, and then you just want to try and find your way out. And then, you find your way out, but then you somehow find your way back there, really depending on the week or what's going on. It's really, that room never really goes away. It's just forever changing. You're out of it, then you're back in it, and then you're out of it.
Which song would you put in the kitchen?
I don't know. I mean, the kitchen is a room where a lot of everyone can go through in and out of the house. There's, it's usually busy and full of good smells and, good vibes. So I'd probably say Cloudy Day. I know it sounds like a sad song, and there are elements of, reflection in there, but all in all, it really was a song to get me back to happiness and the community and the choir. I think it just seems like that kind of song that you would have in a communal space where everyone can enjoy it. And yeah, I think that would be that kind of bright and happy morning song, and a bit of reflection in there, as all my songs have. Cloudy Day and Fly Away, in both of those tracks you can find the sadness in it, but you can also find the happiness in it, and if you want to focus on either, you can. So it can be a happy or a sad song depending on what you want. So those two songs are definitely in the kitchen. Yeah, I would probably say I'm a Mess would be, or Just a Mess would be the bathroom maybe, me crying in the shower kind of vibes and singing it at the top of your lungs. It's my favorite song on the album, and it's my favorite song I've ever written, honestly. It has so much real emotion in it, and I still cry when I listen to it now. If I try and sing it even in the car, I start crying and then I just laugh and pretend I'm just laughing, but like it's probably because I'm crying, because that song is just so special, and I really, really like the build and the storyline and it's a story, and I love that.
I also love Cloudy Day, which is your latest one, right? Because I know you said you wrote it when a friend of yours told you a phrase that you put in the lyrics, which is look up into the sky, find the sun on a cloudy day. Is there a particular line within the entire album that you'd say is your favorite?
Gosh, there's so many lines in this album. There's not a line. There's definitely one part of the whole album that's my favorite part, but it's like a whole pre-chorus. It's not a certain line. It's like probably about 8 lines.
Okay.
Joe, you want me to say it?
Maybe you could just tell me which song so we can
It's
kind of...
in I'm a Mess, and it's the pre-chorus.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay, so that song is definitely one of your favorites off the album then?
Yeah, absolutely. It just is everything. I love it so much. I would like my whole album to be like that song. It's so good.
Do you think there's a song that's gonna end up being a fan favorite?
I have no idea, but honestly, I really hope it's I'm Just a Mess, because if it's just a mess, then that means I can play it at shows and everyone will be singing it with me and it'll be amazing. That's what I would love. I'd love that to be the song where people are just singing it back and screaming that song back. That would be so cool. It's such a great song. I just really, really love it.
And then we can all cry together. Do you feel differently about, because the last time we spoke, you were saying there are a lot of aspects that you don't like about the fame that comes along with the success. Do you feel a bit differently about that now?
No, I don't. That there's things I've chosen to not worry about, you know. And it's never anything that, you know, people like you would have to think about. It's more that no matter what these days, social media outweighs anything. Everyone's on it. And I wish that it wasn't that way. I was actually just telling someone I wish I was born in a different time when it wasn't like this and it was just about the music. And I think that that's something that I've just realized, oh, well, it is. That's where we are. You can't change it. So there's still things I don't love, but it doesn't debilitate me or anything now. Like, it's just a part of my life, and that's okay.
So you've come to the acceptance. I think that's more than you can ask for, right? You can't change it, so just accept it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much for talking to me again. I can't wait for the album, and yeah, hopefully I'll see you down in Malaysia soon.
Thank you so much for chatting. Hopefully I see you soon.
You.
Bye. Love you.